Yeah, keen retention, man. We're back with another video. This is gonna be spaced out in parts. You feel me? Cause this is gonna be a different message. This is gonna be a different programming than you usually hear. It's a different perspective of looking at retention, right? So we're gonna go with tantra sex equals pimp status. Right, you're gonna have to stay with me on this one. So, let's begin. Right? Now, tantra sex, when you do have it, that's when you're having sex without releasing, without ejaculating your semen. You still use up energy, you'll probably be tired, you'll go to sleep, you'll probably be tired, or you'll probably be more energized. It depends on how much work you put in. Say you're doing it for like an hour or so, because one tantra you could go on forever until you like actually physically get tired. Then you just kind of like give out, like, oh, I'm done, you know. But you do have it. It's like playing Russian roulette if you're not prepared. When you're having tantra, you always have to be prepared. Nothing spontaneous. You have to go in with a game plan, or you're gonna release. And sometimes you may not release, but there will be some slippage. There'll be some coming out. And that to me, like, as long as you don't, because you know when you release, there's like there's a fine line between slippage and actually relapsing. The slippage is like, it'll be considered like a wet dream. Like you'll come out, some of it will come out, but you'll still have the energy and you'll still be able to keep going. Right? That's the slippage. Now when you release, you have no energy and you're not able to keep going until like an hour or 2 hours of rest time. Know what I'm saying? So that you gotta know the difference. So when you're going in, you're playing Russian roulette. You have to be ready. In order to not release, you have to be rock hard. You have to be rock solid. Now, I do sell natural supplements to keep you rock hard and solid for the whole session, so you don't release. So you're gonna I'm gonna put my Instagram down so you could order it from me. Cause I ain't gonna have you do it in the comments and then everybody know your business. Know what I'm talking about. But I do sell those products, and they work, and they're all natural. All right, so let's get to it. So, say you're dealing with a girl. Either she's with you, or you're her boyfriend, or you're just messing around. But these girls are the new guys now, so most of them are gonna have 3, 2, a couple of guys laying around. They're gonna have guys because roles are changing. They say, oh, girls are acting like guys now. Do you think that's a bad thing? For you, the retained man, that's a great thing. Do you know how guys act towards girls? The girls they really like and they want to smash, they buy them stuff, they do stuff for them, they go on trips, they go on all of that for free. So where is this a bad thing? It's bad if you're like, if you start acting like the girl in the relationship. And it's not even acting like the girl, it's more like if you're caring. Once you start caring too much, then you care about what she does and you care about who she's dealing with. Then she's like, oh, I got him. Time to move on. Which is fine if you're retaining. Now, the only reason you care, I've covered this in another video, is because you ejaculated inside of her. And when you ejaculate inside of her, you're expecting a baby to come out. So you're going to be more caring because you think a baby might come out of it. And then if she talks to somebody else, that might ruin your chance of reproducing or that baby being theirs. That's the only reason why you care. Now, on tantra, you're not releasing in her. Your body knows that. So in your mind, you either thinking that it wasn't good enough for you to ejaculate, and you know that you're not expecting a baby from her, because you didn't ejaculate. So you don't care what she does after the session. It's kind of like a hit and run, like having your cake and eat it too. Right? That's what tantra is. But it's a fine line. If you relapse, you better go in your back cave and recover and not hit her up until you're recovered. Right? Now, let's say you deal, because y'all want girlfriends and stuff, man. Y'all should want to succeed more than anything. And then you could worry about the girlfriend, but then they still gonna have 3 to 4 guys laying around. Either you're the new guy and you don't, like the old guy probably left with, he knows that she's sleeping with that guy and she's sleeping with that guy. He found out somehow. And then you're the new guy, and then this guy comes around all the time. He's around the family, and you don't even have no idea. That's just how it goes. Now, stay with me. Say you hit, and you don't release, and you're retaining. Right? You're winning because you hit it. She's gonna, and then you have to make her orgasm. She's gonna remember you. Now you're the dope dealer because you made her orgasm. And you didn't, so you're not in a vulnerable state. You're not weak, you're not protective, and you don't care. Right? You go, you leave, boom. Now the next day, or the next week, whatever, the second guy hits it. And he releases. Say, he did make her orgasm, but then he released too. You're ahead because you didn't release. He's going to care because he's expecting a baby to come out of there. He's going to start caring a little bit more than you because you didn't release. You just go about your self-improvement business situation. Now, the third guy, he comes in the next week. He didn't make her orgasm. And he released. You're in first place. The other guy who made her orgasm is in second place, but he released. And the guy who released and didn't make her orgasm is in third place. Now the fourth guy. The fourth guy is cool. He got money. He looks good. But he couldn't even stand up to the occasion. So now his self-esteem is on the floor, and he has to make up for that because it's a thing called pride, and men have that. So he's going to try his hardest to get her again because he wants to make up for it. and that's gonna show a lot of neediness from him. That's gonna show a lot of neediness from him. So he's gonna be like, he's gonna try a little bit harder because he has to prove himself. Now you're at the top. Now things get a little bit harder. Say there's a fifth guy that comes out of nowhere, cause that fourth guy, he's out of the equation. He's gone. He's out of there. Unless he unless he tricks her into hanging out again, and if she really likes him, or he paid out something. He's taking her on this date. He's paying this for her. He's paying that for her. He gets another chance. He has to prove himself. Now let's say there's another monopoly. There's another guy who's also retaining. He's also doing tantra. It gets tricky and then he's also making her orgasm. Now it gets a little bit tricky. It's like you and that guy are kind of equal at that stage, but it just depends on who releases first and who has more resources. But we'll talk about that guy later because you won't even find that much of that guy around. There's not that many people that knows about retention. And then if there is, he has a rotation too, and he has to worry about all of them. Now, with that being said, she has a rotation. You don't have to have a rotation when you're retaining because your girlfriend is retention. Every time you go with another girl, you're cheating on your retention girlfriend. And that's the one that's going to love you the most. Because when you're retaining, Mother Nature becomes your girlfriend. That's why you're getting all these stuff coming to you. Mother Nature loves you. That's the ultimate female. She's gonna provide you with money. She's gonna provide you with good health. She's gonna give you opportunities. She's gonna provide you with good luck. The real females are her competition. The more you stay away from the real females, the more Mother Nature loves you and nurtures for you. And that's the ultimate feminine, is Mother Nature. So you'll never lose as long as you're retaining. Key retention, man. That was part 1. Look out for part 2.